I don't know what's going on with Apex, by the way. Like, apparently people are fucking furious about this game. I had no idea.
So a few days back, I talked about Apex Legends and the change that they made to the Battle Pass recently, which they advertise as something that they did based on community feedback. But what they did in reality was essentially take the Battle Pass, split it into two, and charge the same price as you would for a full Battle Pass for each half, effectively doubling the price. They announced this via an update here. Now, there is an edit that highlights the walkback that they did on this. We'll get to that in a minute. But the initial announcement basically said that they're going to have a shorter battle pass with one for each split, revamped rewards, and purchase with IRL currency with a new cost for premium. Plus,
can I have an opinion that might get me in trouble? Is that I think that battle passes are stupid, and I've never been influenced to play a game based off of a battle pass before. Like, if I'm playing a competitive game, I don't really think about anything other than the competitive aspect of that game. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm only thinking about being competitive in the game. I don't care about skins. Yeah. I just never even think about this.
And the main thing that really kickstarted the backlash was the removal of the ability to use Apex coins, the in-game currency, or the premium currency, to buy the season pass. Usually,
yeah, they're down bad for money, and they're trying to make more money. That's what's going on here. Yeah, because like you can't go around it. You have to spend money. That's what's going on. Yep.
You can earn your way through gameplay by playing the game. You can earn your way towards the next battle pass by playing the game. They completely removed that ability and forced players to shell out real world money, and they removed the capability to essentially be rewarded for your time engaging with the game to earn the next battle pass and reward you for staying engaged with the game. And that pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I bet
this
it did.
right here is the chart that highlights the old versus the new model. So they have this new
every half season. Wait, what? So they literally called it a half season? Why would you even do this? Like, this is the worst infographic that you could make, because like if you look at this is like an infographic of like, this is halfway through the video that's called The Downfall of Apex Legends. They paid somebody to do this? So stupid. It just makes it look like a fucking scam.
Model, and then they had this new premium model that no longer allowed you to spend 950 Apex coins to purchase it, but rather it's $10 per every half season. And then they introduced a premium plus that instead of allowing you to use 2,800 Apex coins to potentially earn your way to attaining this particular battle pass, you're forced to pay $20. And so it just felt incredibly stingy and incredibly scummy to do that to a community that has been supporting this game. And look, I get that it's a free-to-play game and that it needs to make its money and whatever, but to
I don't think it's really a big deal, but it's still cheesy to do, right? I mean, it's like, if I was an Apex player, I would be like, oh, this sucks. Like, I probably wouldn't quit playing the game, but I would just be like, this sucks.
Charge effectively double, and to remove any sort of gameplay path towards earning those battle passes. It was obvious that that wouldn't sit well with people. And of course, the backlash was intense and immediate. People called it out for what it is. Instead of making the battle pass longer and charge a little more, they cut it in half and charge double by charging full price for each half. And the backlash on Reddit was immediate. So basically pay $10 twice a season instead of being able to continue buying battle passes every season with a one-time purchase.
Man, like, when people are going to be tired of eating these dicks? When's this going to happen? I feel like we're overdue. We're overdue for a revolution. How many of these fucking battle passes we going to have? It's like, if you want to have one, like, this is, to me, you know what I think is the craziest shit about battle passes? Is that some of them expire. Why does a battle pass expire? I tell you why. It's because people are addicted to eating dicks. And that's what happens. There is no reason that it should be like that. There is no purpose. It's live service bullshit. That's what it is. And I wish people would wake up and say, I'm full. I'm tired, boss. But they just don't. How much is going to be too much? Stop it. Stop buying this shit. If you want to support the game, great. Go ahead and do it. But every game being built around this is crazy. That's why I stopped buying them in Genshin. It's like, at least like I would buy one in like a pay-to-win game because they give you the pay-to-win resources. So it's like it's like, for example, if you go into Las Vegas Casino and you're like, man, there sure is a lot of gambling here. This is fucked up. Like, I think that you're a fucking retard, right? Because why are you being there? But if you go and you're playing another game, you go to a church, there shouldn't be a slot machine at a church. Shouldn't be a slot machine at like an arcade for kids. So I think the problem really is that that these battle passes are so ubiquitous, and it's in every game. And in the pay-to-win games, like I said, I actually don't care. I leave my dignity at the door when I play a pay-to-win game. And by the way, we all do. It's not like, oh, I don't spend money. I'm better. I don't do that. I play free-to-play and I can keep up with the whales. Number one, no, you can't. Number two, you playing 13 hours a day to keep up with somebody who spends $1,000 a week and they just completely blow by you, this is not the win that you think it is. Anybody who takes pride in being free to play in a pay-to-win game, this is the 9th circle of hell for dick eating. You know that you're being handicapped. You know that you're being fucked around. You know that you're being held back arbitrarily, but you keep playing and you keep fighting. It's like Sisyphus rolling the fucking boulder, except instead of a boulder, it's just a gotcha machine full of anime girls. It's pathetic. Anytime I see somebody going, and please, I never want to see again anybody respecting anybody for being free to play in these games. Never respect somebody, because you know who doesn't respect them? They don't. They don't respect themselves. You want to be free to play in a game? Play Elden Ring. Play Baldur's Gate 3. Play Hollow Knight.
In what world is this better for players? And that's the thing. They said in their announcement of this that this is all about making the experience better.
It's like they go, sorry, I'm not done. They go and they cut down a tree and then they sand down the wood. They cut it into blocks. They put it up in a cross. They nail themselves up on the cross. I don't know how you would do this, but they do that. They nail themselves up on the cross and they say, look at me. Look, I'm still standing. I'm still here. I'm still surviving. No, you're not. You nailed your ass up to a cross, you a bitch.
For players, which is complete and utter bullshit. And it is the audacity to act like, you know, that they didn't expect the backlash and that they did this for the community and not for the financial expansion of the game. That gets me. It's that feigning of ignorance of like, oh, wow, I had no idea this would happen. We're so sorry. We're listening now. But it's like if you were actively listening, you'd know to not even try something like this in the first place. So a lot of people uninstall the game and said I'm out, so on and so forth. The game is dead to me, on top of the fact that the game just has a lot of technical issues.
That's the real problem, right? Is like, you want to know the leagues that have a lot of drama and PoE? It's the leagues where the servers are down. Like, think about Settlers of the Calgar, or whatever the fuck the new one is called. There's no drama. You want to know why? It's because the servers didn't go down. There were no, like, broken mobs. There's no, like, weird Arch Nemesis mobs that are, like, invulnerable, right? So everyone's playing it, right? Everybody's playing the game. So like if the game doesn't work, that's whenever you see everybody's going around, I hate YouTubers. I hate streamers. Chris ruined it again. Oh, I can't believe this. I'm out. I'm done. I'm going back to Diablo. But like if they're in the game, they don't have time to do that. And this is the same thing that happens with Apex or any of these other games. This is why Blizzard had that shit happen with this sexual harassment lawsuit. You think anybody actually gave a fuck about that sexual harassment lawsuit? Absolutely not. These are the people that say, oh, I hate Blizzard, then they go play a Riot game. Riot had the same thing happen. Then they go play a Ubisoft game. It had the same thing happen. Plenty of these companies had this same shit happen. Because this company is full of a bunch of weirdos, right? It's over 15 years. This is weirdos. And so they don't really give a shit about it. But the fact that the game is bad, then it's enough to just take it over the edge. That's the reason.
And a lot of cheaters and all these things that make the game not quite as playable as it should be for a lot of people. And so, yeah, eventually people organized ways to protest. A lot of people also theorized that the reason this is happening is because the player numbers surrounding Apex Legends are starting to peak and kind of dive a little bit. And so this is Apex Legends. This is to peak and kind of dive a little bit. And so this is Apex Legends. This is Respawn and EA's attempt to essentially charge more to existing players to make up for the declining player base.
Yeah.
And so eventually what happened was that we started to see a mass flood of negative reviews on Steam.
Thank God.
It started with over 30,000 negative reviews. Eventually it got to a point where over 70,000
7% are positive. Oh my God.
Negative reviews brought the recent review score down to overwhelmingly negative at 7%. 7% of 76,872 is a little over 70,000 negative reviews, 70,000 thumbs down. So a huge flood of people completely just disillusioned by Respawn even attempting to pull something like this, and understandably so. And this is ahead of an esports World Cup event, so that wasn't ideal. The Apex Legends community just plummeted in their...
I feel like Apex isn't, like, it's a good game in a lot of ways, but I don't really think it's that great. Like, I think Warzone, like, release Warzone was better. I think Fortnite's better. Like, it's not that I don't like Apex. I think Apex is good, but there's also like a legibility problem where I just feel like I can never understand what the fuck's happening in Apex.
Optics and perception of the game, if this is kind of what we can expect in the future. And so with all that backlash coming EA and Respawn's way, they decided to walk it back just a little. This, ladies and gentlemen, is once again the 2 steps forward, 1 step back maneuver, where they ultimately did push the goalpost of egregious monetization forward a little bit. So the one aspect that they did walk back, as stated here in an update on our new Battle Pass.
You know what's funny? Whenever I ever see white text on a black background like this, is I know that somebody's going to add this to the mural of, like, video game apologies. Bro, like, pretty soon that picture is going to get so big that you're not even going to be able to read all of them anymore. But, like, you can just look at them and be like, oh, I know what this one is. Oh, that's the one from the Gollum game. Oh, yeah. Remember that?
Reads this tweet published at 10 a.m. on July 24th, 2024. It reads right here, "You've spoken and we have listened." Like, I'm tired of this "we have listened" statement. Because you've listened so many times at this point. If you had listened, then this wouldn't be happening at all.
I feel like if they had just come out and be like, guys, we're trying to make some money on this shit, so, like, because we need to make some money. And so we had to up the price. Now, y'all don't like it, so we're going to take it down a bit, but, like, we got to do it at least a little bit, though, right? That's just the way it is. Sorry. Then I think people will be like, all right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know in what universe it is believed that this would have been something that would have been positively received. There's no multiverse out there where this is something that people accept as something that, oh man, they really did it for us. The statement continues, "With the release of Season 22, we will restore the ability to get the Premium Battle Pass for 950 Apex coins." That was the main point of contention, and the fact that they're restoring that is definitely a good thing, but they haven't walked back everything. They say right here, "We recognize that we could have handled the Battle Pass changes better. That's on us." It's this, again, the feigning of like, oh, we think of it retroactively and we realize we were wrong about this. You knew this was wrong. We didn't expect the backlash is A5 Wagyu bullshit. It's the continuous attempt to treat the community like they're stupid and like they don't realize what...
Yeah, whoa, we did well. You really gone and think and fucking do this shit. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, just be honest.
Really went on here in the development and planning of this new monetization tactic of essentially doubling the price of the battle pass and not allowing you to earn those battle passes through gameplay that particularly gets me. This continues. It's our intention to improve the overall value and experience across our Battle Pass offerings. For a summary of the updated Battle Pass offerings starting with Season 22 Split 2 on September 17th, please check out the infographic. Here's what we'd like you to know. So here are the bullet points. With the launch of Season 22 on August 6th through Split 1, so the first half of this Battle Pass, we want to give you an opportunity to get the Premium Battle Pass. You can unlock it by completing a series of simple in-game challenges. Starting with Split 2 on September 17th, you can get the Premium Battle Passes the same way as before by using 950 Apex coins. You'll be able to earn enough Apex coins via the Battle Pass to get future passes.
I also want to say that although I think this is stupid, the only thing stupider than this is, like, actually giving a shit about this. It's all just cosmetic bullshit. It's just cosmetics. It's a free game. No, I get it. But, like, my energy for this is quite minimal.
Finally, the Battle Pass options now include better rewards, and with the retuned Battle Pass challenges, it'll be faster to complete at only 60 levels. And they did also emphasize, given people have been highlighting the fact that they're doubling the price of Battle Pass, or attempted to before they kind of walked aspects of it back. People highlighted the fact that the game just isn't in a technically sound enough state to justify the extra charges that they're trying to impose upon players. So they did address that your priorities are our priorities. Cheaters, game stability, and quality of life updates.
See, nobody would have given a shit about this Battle Pass thing if the game was as good as it was when it came out, you know, minus like a few like problems. People only are mad about this probably because the game is problematic. It's like you like a player graph that goes like this. Do you think this is because of a battle pass? Fuck no, it's not because of a battle pass. It's because the game.
Have been criticizing the game for are at the top of their mind. They said we need to get better, and it's why we're acknowledging them here. So at least an acknowledgement is something.
Yeah.
But obviously actions will speak louder than words.
They always do.
And so here's the new chart for what the Battle Pass looks like. You can see right here that they did add some new tiers, though. So you got the premium one that is 950 Apex coins. You can
see, this is smart. They got the smart guy to do this one because now they're not showing the old stuff, right? They're not showing what you used to have because it's like, hey, we're taking this away from you. Now you don't have a frame for this. You just look at it directly. This is smart.
Play the game and earn the currency by playing. You can play your way towards attaining this particular Battle Pass here. But then you got Ultimate and Ultimate Plus. Those you cannot earn through gameplay. Those will be charging real-world currency, so they did still move the goalpost a little bit. Recall that back in the day, you could, in fact, buy, say, like this premium bundle, which is a more expensive battle pass compared to the premium.
Am I crazy for thinking that's fine? Like, I've been a fan of subscription games like WoW or Final Fantasy, and I think that's the best way to do a model like this. And I think that if you look at it abstractly, battle passes function like a subscription. So I don't really see a problem with it. I think the problem is the FOMO that they add. And the fact that every game has them now. I'm tired of the it's a free game, race to the bottom line. What do you think? I mean, they just don't play it, right? I mean, like what do you mean you're tired of it? Like, I mean, how are they going to make any money? Like, they have to make money somehow, right? I mean, fuck. They even fooled you. Now it's reasonable. Let me pull out my card and encourage them not to fix the problems of their game. Well, they didn't really fool me. Like, I mean, if the game has problems, then that's a different problem to me. But, like, I mean, if people aren't happy with the battle pass, that's something totally different. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Free-to-play just shouldn't exist anyways. Why? Like, why it shouldn't exist? That seems that's a bit much, don't you think?
Or, 2,800 Apex coins instead of having to pay $20. That option still no longer exists for the Ultimate and Ultimate Plus tiers. And yeah, maybe they offer a few more things here and there, but they are trying to work towards removing the ability for players to earn things via gameplay. They're slowly inching their way towards that. As for what Ultimate and Ultimate Plus offer, the Battle Pass tiers that you do have to spend real currency on that.
Like, I'm just never going to have, like, a high degree of outrage for a game that, if it's a free-to-play game, like, because in WoW, for example, You buy the fucking game, you buy the expansions, and you pay a sub. Fuck you for trying to make me buy a mount. Suck my fucking dick. However, I didn't buy an expansion for Apex. I didn't buy the base game. I'm not paying a subscription. Okay, it's fine. Who cares?
Premium doesn't, the one that you can use Apex coins for. IGN summarized it pretty well here. Ultimate costs $10 and cannot be purchased with Apex coins. It gives players all the premium rewards and additional instant unlock of 8 Apex packs and 1,200 crafting materials. And you got Ultimate Plus.
Who
you
cares?
get double the exotic shards, 2 exclusive legendary skin variants, 8 Apex packs, 1,200 crafting materials, 10 battle pass level unlocks, and the unlocking of every legend in the game. It costs $20 and also cannot be purchased with Apex coins. Now, on top of covering the slight walkback that Respawn and EA did for the Apex Legends Battle Pass changes, IGN also did interview Respawn about the situation, asking why did you make the Battle Pass changes. The response from Ferreira was it was hard to grind through the Battle Pass over 90 days. They weren't engaging with it.
Then why not let people grind for it after the 90 days? Like, this is the issue that I think a lot of people have with conversations like this, is that there is a presupposition of something that's not real. There is no reason why you can't just keep progressing the Battle Pass after the Battle Pass is over. This is an imagined and a fabricated problem. You invented this problem. It's not like there's some kind of like fucking, you know, like for example, like you've got gravity. It's like, why can't a ball always be up in the air? Well, there's gravity. Well, there's no reason why this fucking battle pass can't exist forever.
Weren't engaging with it in that time, and they were engaging for a lot shorter amount of time. You can still unlock the equivalent amount of cool content and stuff, but you can do it inside of 45 days instead of 90. You can get a faster and a better pacing and cadence of engagement with the Battle Pass over 45 days versus 90. What we saw in the data was that the majority of players were not unlocking everything that we had in the Battle Pass in that time, in the 90 days. So they wanted to just pace the Battle Pass better. But if that was the only intention, then why did you effectively double the price of these Battle Passes by charging full price for each half?
Am I crazy the way I think about this? Because like all this is made up. They just made all this up. This is not a real problem. This is a problem that you created. Like, I don't even understand this. Why don't you just make the, like, you either just have it, like, if people don't finish it, have it give less experience. There's no law that says it has to be, you need 1,000 experience to get a level, or 500, or whatever it is. You made all this up. It's like you created a box to put yourself in, and then you say, I can't get out of the box, guys. Yeah, you can. Just move.
Instead of charging half for each half. And why did you remove the ability for players to use the Apex coins to be able to play their way towards earning those battle passes? If you wanted to make the experience better, then you would have made the pacing changes by doing the split, but only charge half for each half, and you would have still allowed for premium currency spending. Clearly, there were monetization and financial goals involved as well that, you know, essentially try to take advantage of players' goodwill 100%. And charge more and punish players for their loyalty towards the game by just completely devaluing the battle passes. Now, when asked if this was something that EA pushed for, Respawn said, or Ferreira said, no, that was something that we designed. Well, I'm sure EA didn't protest when the changes were proposed, when EA realized that effectively doubling the price of battle pass. I'm sure EA was like, ooh, yes, now you're thinking like us. But apparently it was ultimately Respawn's design, this whole situation, and it's just disappointing to see that they would remotely think.
Somebody says Valorant doesn't have any free-to stuff, and then people don't complain about it. The reason why is because Valorant is probably good. Like, all of this is probably just a fucking... It's like a proxy war for, like, cheaters in the game. Or, like, game balance. Like, this is... It's like you have a bad relationship with somebody, and, like, they're pissing you off all the time. They're getting on your nerves, and then they leave a drink on a table, and then they don't put a coaster underneath it, so it leaves a ring on the wooden table, and then you blow up on them about that, or they blow up on you about it. And it's really not about the coaster, but it's like the coaster was like the last straw. I think that's what's going on with this too, right? Like, I've used this example before, where it's like, it's not really about this, but it's about everything that led up to this being an issue.
this would be received well by the community, or that they would remotely even attempt something
catalyst,
like this.
yeah.
Like I feel like they're not stupid. Like they know, they knew on some level there'd be some backlash.
I think that's another reason why people don't like it, is that they don't like the fact that it's like the intellectual dishonesty and the insult to the intelligence of the user.
Tried anyway. They wanted to test the waters to see how much they could get away with. And just that kind of tactic and maneuvering is just kind of scummy, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. That's a general sentiment we're seeing. So here's somebody on Reddit responding to the walkback, saying this feels like it was planned from the start. See what you can get away with, and then partially walkback changes to positive press while the major changes still go through. The pass overall is still more time consuming, less levels for the same amount in coins you paid before, and the ultimate tier, which has the stuff people care about, still costs real money.
Who knows?
This doesn't feel like much of a win. This, I would have to agree with. A lot of people are like, oh, thank you, Respawn, for listening. I'm like, I don't think they fully listened. They just compromised a little bit, but still made some strides in making their monetization model slightly more egregious. And that's how we move the goalpost slowly until one day, years later, when you look back at all of the strides that they've made inch by inch, you look back and realize, holy shit, now we've moved like a mile forward, and monetization is much worse than it was.
He's right about this. In 5 years, like, think about how much more normalized pay to win is now in like today versus 5 years ago. Like, before Genshin Impact, pay to win in games was like a death sentence, and now it's a feature. It's been big.
A couple years ago, and it feels like that's where we're moving towards.
People
and
eat it up,
if this becomes
dick eaters,
normalized
man.
and accepted, then
Just
guess what?
dick eaters.
They're going to keep trying to push the boundaries, trying to monetize this game more and more to make up for the fact that they have capped out in terms of the growth of the player base. But yeah, that's kind of what you need to know about the current developments surrounding Apex Legends, the Battle Pass changes, some of the walkbacks that EA and Respawn did, and why, to me, and I think for a lot of people, it's not enough of a walk back, and the fact that you still need a freaking chart to make sense of this shit is just like it's such a pain in the ass to play live service games these days. That's my take. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on the changes surrounding Apex Legends, the Battle Pass, what they try to do initially versus what they're doing now. Do you think they've walked it back enough where this is acceptable? Or are you more sort of in my camp where, again, I believe that this is not enough of a walk back, and they have succeeded in pushing.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's totally fine. I do. Like, fix the game, make the game good. Nobody's going to care about this. It's lame. Yeah, of course. I think the only problem about it is, like, the dishonesty of, oh, we care. We're listening. Oh, nah, you just want to make more money. Like, I get it, right? I get it. But, like, you can be more honest. And I think people just don't like getting the runaround, right? They don't like getting goofed around for shit.
The boundaries forward of
it's annoying.
What they can get away with. Share your thoughts in the comments below.
It's gaslighting, exactly.
On all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions. Stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.
Well, I agree. I do. It's stupid that they did this, but I really just can't. I can't get mad because it's a free-to-play game. Who gives a fuck, man? I can't spend energy to even care about this on a free-to-play game. Yeah, exactly. Why not? If the Battle Pass is 100 V-Bucks and it's 100 tier, they refund you 100 V-Bucks. I just, like, I don't care about a refund or anything like that. I just think it's silly, man. I think that, like, what I have a problem with the Battle Passes for is that it's the dishonesty. Like, you guys can probably tell this about me. Like, I hate whenever people try to give you the runaround and fuck you around and like gaslight you. Like, if the problem is that the Battle Pass is too long, then why not just make it shorter? Why not make the levels shorter? Because, like, that's the logical solution, but you're not doing that because the goal actually isn't to make the Battle Pass good, it's to make money. So just say that. Just be like, listen, like, we got more costs. We're trying to do things with the game, and, like, it is what it is, right? But to try to turn it into something that's, like, in your best interest, it's insulting, right? It's insulting to your intelligence. It's fucking annoying. I'll be right back.